Go.
Hey, Shauna, female fat loss over 40 expert. Today I want to talk about your core. Most people think they need to do crunches and anything with a forward flexion to help with their core. As I've said before, your core is comprised of 4 muscles: the rectus abdominis, the internal and external obliques, and the transverse muscle. And what we want to do when we train our core is we want to hit all 4 muscles, not just the rectus abdominis. When we just do a crunch, we tend to hit the rectus abdominis and the hip flexors. So we want to avoid that. 3 of my favorite exercises, these are 3 of my favorite exercises that really help stabilize the core and strengthen the back. So we're kind of doing double duty with these 3 exercises. It also involves shoulder stability, and so we're going to do a plank, we're going to do a spider crawl and a variation of the spider crawl, and then we're going to do a mountain climber, which also adds some cardiovascular component to your core training. All right, so with all 3 exercises, it's really important to weight the shoulders directly over the hands or the elbows. So when you do a plank, what we want to do is we want to have shoulders right over top of the elbows and the shoulder blades down and back. We don't want to have the back rounded, and we don't want to have the shoulder blades winging up. So a nice flat back, ears in line with the shoulders, tighten the glutes and tighten through the abdominal wall. When people get tired, this is the common error. The shoulders push back and the hips come up. So we're trying to avoid that by lowering, and as you lower, you're going to find that sweet spot where you really feel those abs grab. Now, as you get stronger, what I want you to concentrate on is not just holding that position, but holding it and pulling in, so you just don't feel like a pregnant cow with the belly scooping down to the ground. The biggest thing you want to avoid as well is a hip drop here, so that you feel stress on that lower back. Anytime you feel stress on the lower back, you're either going to drop or drop to your knees. This is a great way to modify the plank, and you're still going to work that core. Now, my second exercise is fairly advanced. There's not really a modification for this other than do a few reps, drop down, take a rest, do a couple more. So the spider crawl, we're up onto our hands, shoulders right over top of the hands, and really inspecting the fingernails. I don't want the hands out here like this. I want shoulders right over top of hands, and you're going to bring the knee in towards the chest, keeping the hips down. No hips up like this. We're not getting the core this way. Make a plank and then drive those knees in towards the chest. All right? A great modification that really hits the obliques is to bring that knee to the outside of the elbow. So instead of bringing under, I'm going to bring it to the side, and I'm going to try not to let this toe touch down. I'm going to try and keep that toe elevated and keep the back flat. Sometimes I'll do an under, side, side. Those are killer for your core. Now, my last exercise today is going to bring in the core, and it's also going to bring in some cardiovascular training. Now, to do a mountain climber properly, you can't maintain this for probably any longer than 30 seconds with good form. So it's like a fast motion spider crawl. Hands right underneath the shoulders, ears in line with the shoulder. Let me tell you, your head controls your spine. So when your head drops, your bum goes up. When your head lifts, your hips go down. So we want to keep the ears in line with the shoulder, and the mountain climber looks like this. Very fast. As you get more proficient, pull in through your belly so you're not getting that belly sag. Keep the shoulder blades down and back, lock through the triceps. It's really an overall body toner because you're getting through the shoulders, getting the triceps, the core muscles, and working the heart and lungs. This is Shauna, female fat loss over 40 expert. Those are 3 of my favorite core strengthening exercises.
Hey, if you enjoyed that video, check the link below for more videos and cool content.